guys, video of the day today. I've had a lot of requests for this, and I have on some forums on the internet tried to help guys out with this from out of town. I knew winter coming up that this was going to happen, and I can finally make a video and show you guys how I deal with this problem, and it's kind of common now with just how old the motors are. So this is what I'm working on. This is a 1978 John Deere TRS 24, and it is a really big snowblower. Big, beefy, 1/8" steel construction. She is a brute. I don't know if you can get a video of in here and show them how big the augers actually are. So this thing, when it was sold in 1978, was not considered a snow blower. It was considered a snow thrower. Say hi, Colton.
Hi.
Say video of the day.
Video of the day.
Yeah? High five.
Oh,
Okay, go sit with mommy and be quiet for a minute. Let daddy take his video, and then we can scream and play all we want. So when he brought it to me, it had sentimental value to him. He bought it from the military base he worked on in Arkansas. And so he brought it to me, and the engine was toast, blown completely. If you want to come over. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go to you. So this is the original motor. It is a complete rust bucket. I don't know if you can see up here, there's a bolt that's broken off in the head, and it is so it's welded in there. I could probably get it out. The problem being though is that it's gonna take like either 1 MAP gas or 2 oxyacetylene to heat this up, and with how close that bolt is to the side of the block, I'm worried about degrading the structural integrity of the motor and having it crack after it gets running, even if I don't crack it trying to get it out. Tyrell fixes it all. Does videos on how to get rid of rusted bolts. You heat them up, blast them with water, and I'll probably just crack the block doing it. The head was semi-cracked, maybe fixable. So the motor was toast, and I told him, for the amount it's gonna take to fix this, you could go buy a new one. And I recommended buying a new one. The engine was not the only problem. There was stuff rusted, sticky, needed to be freed up from old age and not very much use. But he wanted it running. So this is what we did. This is a Predator engine from Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight really has upped their game. This is a Honda clone from China, and they're really reliable. They give 2-year warranties on this, which is pretty good. It's not bad. That's almost as long as a Honda engine would be anyway. This is not a Honda engine. This is a Tecumseh engine from 1978, and it was a very problematic motor, and they don't make them anymore for a reason. Tecumseh makes good motors. I'm not trying to smash Tecumseh, but they just don't make this motor anymore. You can't find parts for it. You can't get a replacement. And like I was saying, they do have really good motors at Harbor Freight now compared to some of their older ones, which weren't bad. I mean, I got a whole shelf of them, if you want to see that. I got a kind of a cool story for that, but maybe I'll go over that at the end of this video, how I got all those. Most of them are brand new out of the box. Some of them have been run like an hour. Something cool about the Northwest, I'll show you that in a second. So this is the big thing. Yeah, buddy. So on forums and videos, I get a lot of questions about these snow blowers, especially this age. Back in the day, these motors came with 2 output shafts, okay, here and here. This is the biggest problem with doing the motor swap on these nowadays. Problem 1, the 2 output shafts, you gotta go to 1. They don't make dual output shaft motors anymore. Second problem, I don't know if you can see it when I turn this, but these shafts, they turn in opposite directions, okay? So you got one pulley going one way and another one going the other, and I'm very happy to put this rust bucket down now that you've seen it. So I get a lot of guys asking, One, how do you go to a single shaft and deal with that problem? And it's a spacing thing. I'll get into that. And second, how do you overcome one belt going this way, the other belt going this way? One is for your wheels, your self-propelled, because this is a big, heavy, probably 200-pound machine. It wasn't even easy to get on my trailer. So it does drive the wheels so you're not pushing it. And the other one runs the auger and throws the snow. This one is a horsepower upgrade, same size motor, new technology, so it's gaining 3 or 4 horses with this motor, which is really nice. So there's 2 ways. There's an easy way and a hard way, and it's kind of a secret, and I shouldn't be giving it out, but it's okay, I like you guys, on how to overcome the belts going the different ways. So this is how you overcome it. There's 2 options, and there's some guys I've seen do this. So you have 2 bolt holes up here, okay? And the first option is you could put 2 idler pulleys up here, and they're just pulleys, like little 1-inch pulleys with bearings in the middle of them. And what you do is you use the belt, instead of going over the shaft and on a pulley, you have the belt go over the 2 pulleys and under the shaft. And you let the back of the belt runs on the shaft itself, which will in turn reverse the rotation of the belt off the single shaft. Then there's a lot of problems with speeds because you got to do, gear reduction, gear ratios. You have to wonder how fast it's spinning. The different sizes of pulleys changes how fast it's going to move. So you could end up running with it or almost be standing still. So it gets kind of difficult, the size of the motor, how far away are those bolt holes, how big of a pulley can I get where. It's really difficult. Here's my way. This is the easiest way, and you guys are gonna love this, okay? So what I do is I put a straight pulley on it, okay, and another pulley farther out, okay? So the other pulley used to be here on the Tecumseh over there, and this runs your wheels, okay? See if we can brighten this up a little bit. So this one belt runs your wheels. The second belt here runs the auger, the blades. And here's what you do. So if you were to leave this alone and just run it just like that, you can just leave it, okay? Here's your gears, right? So neutral, 1, 2, 3, this is your speed forward. Okay, and this is your speed going backwards, reverse 1, reverse 2. You could just leave it alone, and when you put it in reverse, you would start moving forward, okay? And if you put this level forward, you would go in reverse. So that's the easiest way. Just stick it on a single shaft, and it has to be a 2-inch pulley or smaller, or you're gonna be running with it, okay? You want a tiny pulley on the one for your transmission. But here's the easiest way to fix that, okay? Inside is 2 discs. So you have your belt running, this main drive plate in the middle, and you go to drive, it goes one way, connects, and moves these gears. And reverse, it'll disconnect, and then push over this way to another set of gears and turn those gears. So it really doesn't matter which direction it goes, and it's how far forward is how hard it pushes and changes, it has a clutch in there, so the more force it gets, the faster it'll go. It uses, forgot the name, brain fart, I'll tell you later. Here's the easiest way to change that. You see this shaft right here? Phone off, sorry guys. This shaft right here, okay? It comes out of the back of your transmission, okay? And it's going off in one direction, okay? What you do is you take this off, you dismount this bolt, undo this screw, pull this whole thing off, and you flip it around the other way so it sticks out this way. Flip it 180 degrees, and you're done. And now you press forward, it'll go forward, you do reverse, and it'll go in reverse. And you don't have to deal with multiple pulleys trying to reverse the direction of the belt, and that's it. You're not gonna hurt the transmission. It just reverses the discs in the transmission, and you're good to go, and that's the best way to do it. So now you know how to go from a 2-shaft snowblower to a single shaft snowblower, and it's a lot easier than you think. So this guy was super happy to get it done. That's the video of the day. Second, okay, last thing of the video. My Harbor Freight engines. So, these were Harbor Freight's old engines, okay? Before they went to these Predator engines. Those are also Honda clones. You can get 2-year warranties. They're good little motors. These are 80 to 85 cc side shaft. A lot like this. This is a 212 cc. It's a little bit, it's the baby. And they were $120 at Harbor Freight, new. When Harbor Freight swapped over to the new Predator engines, the Honda clones, they had lots of these left over. So what they did here locally is they donated them to a school, a middle school and a high school, to let kids take a small engine repair course. And most of the quarter, they did it one class per quarter, and they take a video, show them how things worked, and kind of gave them the basics. And the last week of the quarter, they'd each get an engine and be able to tear it down and build it and, you know, get hands-on. So there was 2 problems. One, they only had them for a year. They only had 5 kids per class, so they only tore down 5 engines. And then the professor was like, I'm not getting enough students, and they shut it down. So the school ended up selling the motors, and I ended up with a whole bunch of them. So I'm selling them for $75 a piece. I'll ship to wherever in the US. So for 75 bucks plus probably $10, $15 shipping, you can't beat that price. So I ended up with a bunch of side shaft engines. So, but yeah, that's it, guys. Feel free to call me. I'm always happy to do tech calls. I've been doing this for a while. I know a lot of little tips and tricks like the snowblower, 4-wheelers. I'm good at making stuff work. So if you need help and you just want to do a tech call and you're having something weird, there's always a solution. If there's a will, there's a way. It's the nature of the beast. You know, you just got to figure it out. So I'm more than happy to help. You guys have a great night. I'm going to get this thing buttoned up and back to the customer. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day.